Connects on Z101.9 FM. My name is Oliver, and this is the second season of Next Gen Connects. We are ready to take you on a journey of building youth enterprises in Ghana and a community around that. It's 3 minutes past 2, and we are going to do this till 3 p.m. You're welcome to the show. Let's go.
Bring it on. You, bring it on. Life know the sweet though, hey. If some people know the hate too, so use the number 6 so and calculate. You go see the ratio. The beef self na meat though, whether not a soup them relate to. So bring your own crayfish, oh, we go mix, oh Lord. Shana them talk say, we no go blow. Share them they see us now, we don't they glow. Take a look at me now, take a look at me now. We're running things in this town, can't you see? I don't care who you are, where you from, what you do. Just as long as you're chasing money, do what's right, never give up on it. Bring it on, bring it on. Are you ready? Ready? No matter how you try, don't you ever fall. Keep your head up high and standing tall. Bring it on, bring it on. Are you ready? Ready? No matter how.
Join us live on socials, ZFMGH on Instagram, Facebook, and X, and Z Multimedia on TikTok, ZTV on YouTube. Today our segment is going to be in 2 main segments. We're going to have Bits Bites, where we discuss some opportunities for young people, and we are happy about these opportunities. We are looking forward to creating a community where we share opportunities with young people. And then we have an exciting conversation on today's Next Gen Connect show with Kwabena Yeboah Adakwa, who is the MD for Afro Vivo. And we look forward to having this conversation and sharing more opportunities to young people. And keep locked in, and then we are going to come back soon to you. for businesses or youth-led businesses within Ghana, I guess.
Yeah. So, is it for the African continent?
Okay, so the whole of
countries
Africa.
yes, but
Okay.
that means Ghana is included, so Ghanaians can apply for it.
What is the eligibility criteria? So if a young person is listening to this show and they want to apply to the UNICEF Startup Lab, what should they do? What should they have before they can apply to such an opportunity?
Yeah, so first of all, you have to be an early stage startup or a social enterprise. And of course, you have to be operating in Africa and other emerging markets. You also have to be interested in collaborating with global development partners, and also your theme must be addressing challenges affecting children and young people.
Of course, it's UNICEF, so you
Yeah.
can anticipate that they will want you to address some social challenge within your community.
Of course.
Yeah. So what do you think young people are set to benefit from a platform like this, the UNICEF Startup Lab?
Oh, a lot of opportunities come from this program. So you get to support and scale your solution sustainably and responsibly. You also get tailored mentorship from industry experts. Sometimes we shy away from those things, but getting mentorship from industry experts is actually a great opportunity. You also get technical guidance. You also get exposure. Exposure is very key. So these are some opportunity. And also you get to collaborate with the UNICEF ecosystem, and that is also a big deal. So these are some opportunities.
Okay, so what is the deadline for this opportunity?
So week. So if you are really interested, you have to hop on to this program. You have to go to their pages. You have to look out for the links to apply. Don't slack on this opportunity, guys.
If you are on Z socials, you can see that we've put the link and then the flyer on there.
Yeah.
And you can follow the link and follow the flyer to apply. The deadline, guys, is 20th February, and this is an opportunity you can't miss. Apply for the UNICEF Startup Lab. It's funded by KOICA and supported by UNICEF and run by MEST Africa. So please do well. Jackie,
Yeah.
what is the next opportunity? Tell me about it.
Okay, so we also have the LEAP Africa Leadership Accelerator Program. Yeah, and this program is a capacity building initiative and is designed to address the gender disparity in women leadership on the African continent. So that's basically what it's doing.
Tell me about the eligibility criteria, like the
Okay.
way you did for the UNICEF
Yes. So you have to be a young African woman. So in Ghana, Nigeria, all of you. But the age requirement is you have to be between 23 to 35. So if you're between that age, you can apply. You also must cooperate in a certain or have an entrepreneurial role, and must be committed in advancing careers and securing leadership roles as well. So that's basically the eligibility criteria.
What is the deadline for this application as well?
February 28th. February
Everything
20th.
is happening in
I
February.
know,
I think
right?
February is a good month.
Yeah, it's a good month.
Okay, so this is only for women, the
Yeah.
LEAP Foundation one.
Yeah.
So women, young women across Africa, you should apply for the LEAP Africa Leadership Accelerator Program, and this will be good for you if you're between the ages of 23 and 35. Jackie, let's look at the next one. What other opportunities available for young people?
Okay, yeah. So we have also the Faith Foundation AI Upscaling Program 2026, and this is a multi-country initiative that is building a sustainable ecosystem that is advancing AI in Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, and South Africa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. Faith Foundation. It's also sponsored and then collaboration with AIMS. And AIMS is it's a big platform that is helping upscaling opportunities within Africa. So definitely go for it. What's the deadline for this, and what are some of the benefits that young people seek to gain from this program?
So it's currently ongoing. There's no particular deadline. You just have to go to their pages. So if you're actually following us on our live on Facebook, you can actually find their link and then go check out for the applications as well.
And I know you have some goodies for us. Google for Startups Accelerator Africa program. Tell
Yeah.
us about that also, and we end with that, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Okay. So this is a 3-month hybrid accelerator program for growth stage technology startups in Africa. There are lots of opportunities in Africa for startups, and the Google Startup Accelerator program is also open for application. So it's connecting programs, people, products, and technology for communities across Africa, and it's helping startups tackle technical challenges and also grow their business. So I think you should look out for this program as well.
Tell me about some of the benefits. I see that there's equity-free support.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's dedicated to mentoring from the Google team themselves.
So that's a big deal. Getting
Yes.
training from the Google team.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that is.
Imagine you as a young person and you're getting experience from the Google team themselves, right? So every African young person's dream, right?
I know,
Tell
right?
us about it. Tell us about it. What's the deadline and how do people apply for such
Yeah,
such
so
an
you also
opportunity?
get exclusive trainings and boot camps, and then but the deadline is in March.
Wow.
So you have, I'll not say much time so that you don't forget about it, but you have a little time to apply for this. This is a great opportunity and you don't want to miss out.
So young people across Ghana, these are some opportunities that you can take advantage of. We come your way with these opportunities on Next Gen Connect, always so that we can give you opportunities. In our community building approaches, we want young people to have as many opportunities as possible. So look at these links. We'll share them with you also at the end of the program, and then you can apply to them. Let's take some musical break, and then we will continue soon. So listening to NGC on Z101.9 FM. You can connect with us on socials on ZFMGH on Facebook, Instagram, and X, Zmods Media on TikTok, and ZTV on YouTube. Today, I told you earlier, we are having a very interesting conversation with Kwabena Yeboah Adakwa, who is the MD for Afro Vivo, and he's also a student. So we are trying to connect you with as many young people as possible. So we have Kwabena here, and we are going to have a conversation with Kwabena shortly. But I want you to get to know what we do as NGC, Next Gen Connect. We are trying to build a community of young people that will build firms and build startups that will gain a lot of opportunities in Ghana and in Africa at large. And in doing this, we are connecting it to a lot of opportunities that exist within the ecosystem and the space. And so connect with us, share to your friends, share to any young person around, and let them join the conversation on Z101.9 FM. So Kwabena, you're welcome. You're welcome to Z. You're welcome to NGC.
Thank you very much.
Speak up a little bit so that
thank you very much.
Yes,
I think it's been a while. I did this on the radio.
Yeah.
So it's good to be back on the radio and be talking about the journey so far and what Next Gen has. And thank you also for the opportunity to be here. I don't take it for granted. I think I hold it very high.
Yeah. Then we are also glad to have you. We are happy to tell the story of young people that are doing amazing stuff. So you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank
so
you.
Tell us, who is Kwabena? What do you do? What is Afro Vivo? Tell us about what you do.
All right. So my name is Kwabena Yeboadakwa, and I run Afro Vivo International Limited. So Afro Vivo works with the intersection of art, technology, and entertainment. And we are a community-led company. We started with zero community members. Currently, we are hitting about 200,000 community members, and that is what we've been doing over the past 4 years. And you can attest to it when I started this whole thing, and then I met you at the hub. So yeah, that's what we've been doing for now.
Wow, interesting. You are hitting 200,000 users on your platform.
Yeah.
I think it ties into the conversation we want to have today about building an ecosystem for young people.
Yeah.
What do you think your experience has been with trying to pull young people together and looking at what young people do, their demographic? How has your experience been with building young demographics?
I think a lot of young people can relate to me running such an initiative and such a firm. So it's quite hard convincing a lot of young people. You know, the Gen Z culture is a bit off and on. We one thing, we are hopping on the next, and then we lose interest, and then we are doing the next thing. But because of the value we give out to people and young people, we tend to get the quality that we deserve to have on the platform, and also the interaction and engagement is always good. The community is very supportive, and I think so far there are some hiccups, but I think so far it's good building in such a space.
It's good that you mentioned hiccups, because I was coming to my next question. Yeah. So do you think it's difficult for a young person to build a business in Ghana?
Okay, so the thing is, building a business in Ghana is actually hard. So that one is, for the start, is very hard. But I think as young people, we have the opportunity. We are the best time now that every young person can start a business because of the social media age, the internet age that we are in. And so there are lots of opportunities. So it makes things a bit soft, but it's still hard. Once it begins to scale, it becomes very hard for young people, because the young person starting a business, most often our mind is on the money. We look at the money first, and we neglect the other important stuff. So once it begins to scale, then there are issues coming up. But for now, it's okay. I would say it's okay. There's more work to do, but a couple of reforms which has happened in government over the few years has made it a bit easy. Yeah.
You mentioned that you knew me way back from the hub.
Oh, yeah.
And then I know our paths crossed some years ago, and then we've been trying to support young people and what they do.
Yes.
I would say, do you think there's an ecosystem that is available within Ghana that is supporting young people grow their businesses?
So an ecosystem. So I think there are a couple of ecosystems happening, but not business ecosystems. So and kudos to what the UGBS hub has been doing. It's a solid ecosystem, and Ashesi has also been doing it. But UGBS, based on my experience with UGBS hub, I think we've done well. You've done well with the hub, and there are other ecosystems which are like design ecosystems, coding ecosystems. The Google group is also doing something well. But in terms of having an ecosystem which is like a whole national agenda thing, I think we are still at the early stages. This whole young people starting business thing is very early. It's the COVID wave just brought all of us into this thing, so it's we are still in the young stages. There are more potential. Somebody can start an ecosystem and is going to can start something and is going to build a whole ecosystem. You see, the thing with the ecosystem creation is that it's a snowball effect. Once you start, somebody is willing to hop on and stuff like that. So yeah, I think we are still in the early stages. So there are more opportunities for us to create such an ecosystem which supports young people, which speaks for young people, and which makes sure that doing business in Ghana and in Africa as a whole is successful as a young person. Yeah.
Amazing. Guys, you're still tuned in to Next Gen Connect on Z101.9 FM, and we are having a conversation on building a youth tech ecosystem or community with Kwabena Adakwa.
Yeah.
Kwabena Adakwa.
Yeah, you got the name right.
Yes. So I think my next questioning will be on the line of building a tech ecosystem proper. I mean, you've worked in the space of arts, entertainment, and building an ecosystem around tech, right?
Yeah.
Do you think the youth today are building businesses connecting to tech? If yes, why? If not, what should we do about that?
This question is a very nice question. I think let me phrase it this way. A lot of people are building products. A lot of people are building businesses. We are operating in an emergent market. So most of the stuff that people are building are not really full tech products. They are tech-enabled products, right? So yes, people are building products which integrates tech. We've not gotten to the phase where we can say we are going fully into tech products, and I always use this analogy and people think I'm crazy when I say you can't drive a Tesla in a country which doesn't have electricity.
Yeah, of course. Right. That's a good analogy, actually.
And so most of the products over the years that have been around are tech enabled, and I think it's a great one for the start. There is more work to do because a lot of young people are also now getting motivated to enter this whole tech thing. And so yes, it's a great one. With building ecosystems, I think that was also part of it.
Yes, that's part of it.
With building ecosystems around tech products, you see, we've moved from the normal marketing where you just market and people hop on to be part of it to community building.
Yes.
And that's the new thing. And Jake Paul, all these big guys, that's what they are doing. So it's a form of let's build a cult around a product and get people to hop on. And that's what Apple did. And Apple is still doing. Once they drop a new product, everybody wants to jump on, and we are all crazy about it. And so my work in art, entertainment, and tech has always been around how do I get people to adopt a product. And so, and I think you also forgot, I did a bit of work in lottery too last year. So
Okay. Tell us about that also. We are interested.
So I worked for a lottery firm. I worked in a tech company who was working for a lottery firm. And my goal was just to build a community around the lottery product. And it was successful. It's just, as I said, we are in an emerging market. So some of these things, it takes time. But we really had 80% success rate, and it was a very nice one.
Amazing, Kwabena. So I want us to look at investments, right?
Mm-hmm.
Investment within the scope of building a tech community where tech-driven, mostly youth tech-driven communities. First off, I'll ask you the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Is there enough policy consideration or enough room that government has created around this tech thing, building a community in Ghana? And also, are there like private investments that are available to help this? We'll talk about what we are doing together and then building our tech community. But I want us to look at the general picture within Ghana. Is this something that, are there investments that exist?
Investments, yes, there are a couple of investments available from VC firms, but you see, I say we are in an emerging market, and in emerging markets, tech is not the real focus, especially in an emerging market. In emerging markets, most of the focus is on agric.
Yes, my problem.
Most of the focus is on agric. So most of the policies that you've seen over the last 8+2, which is the Nanado's government to this new era, is most on food, agric. There's a couple of initiatives for tech, but it's mostly for agric now.
Yeah.
I think the new government is trying very hard to pull strings and bring more initiative for the tech community. They are signing a couple of deals. I know now UG has a whole year Google free thing.
Yeah.
So I think as time goes on, we will get to a point where there are more investments coming to the country. You see the whole tech funding thing we see Nigeria buzzing about. It started very small.
Yeah.
It just took a couple of people in CC Hub to build Flutterwave and Andela to become big, and now everybody wants to invest in Nigeria in the tech space. So I think we are still in the early stages, and my guys at Demo Friday.
Yeah, shout out to Demo Friday. I see them.
They are doing really good, especially throwing light on such products. And also the guys building are also building crazy and massive projects. And I think at a point, all the big investment companies will begin to look out for us and pull in funding to support whatever we are building here.
Do you think Ghana can become like Nigeria in this space? I know we've built some big tech firms, but I don't think they've been at the level of Paystack and Flutterwave. Do you think we are coming or we are there? What is your opinion?
We will get there. The whole thing is Nigeria is a 200 million population.
Yes.
Right. So,
but Ghana too, we can talk on social media.
We can talk aside the Ghana Jollof thing. We still can talk. But you see, the Nigerians. I've worked with a couple of Nigerians, and the whole Nigerian thing is execution is the thing.
Okay.
With Ghana, we get the idea, we start to build. Our execution rate is very slow.
Okay.
But the Nigerians, they ship the product out before they come back to do, we could have changed the tax bar to this. Nigerians will put out the product, get through the door and make sure there is the big man in the room sees the product and says, guys, I'll put in money. And then they go back
then they fine-tune
to really fine-tune it. So I think we will get there. Now, a lot of the guys are hungry to build products and compete. But in terms of the volume, Nigeria is dealing with volume. We are dealing with margins. We just do the margin business.
But don't you think we can also reach the whole of Africa and not just Ghana? Because I know Andela is big in Ghana and Flutterwave is big in Ghana. Paystack is an Africa-wide product. So I don't think we should limit ourselves with the numbers in Ghana. If we are trying to build a community of techies, we should look outward.
Great. That's the thing. I think a lot of the Ghanaian startups at a point, our focus shifted from Africa to the UK and America. That was a problem. While the Nigerians were building for the continent. You see, Paystack has an office in Ghana. Paystack has an office in South Africa. They have offices in different places. How many Ghanaian firms have same? So I think that's the problem. But there are Ghanaian products which are being used in different countries.
I know.
Maybe they are not making noise about it, but they are. You've heard of Margins, right?
Yes, I have.
Margins,
Yes.
Ghana card.
Yes.
It's a big product. They are in charge of a whole ID systems for, I think, Gambia. Ghana Link, the same thing. These are big tech firms here in Ghana that we don't really talk.
So is it that we are not making noise about what we are producing here?
Ghanaians are generally calm people.
No, I won't
And
agree
so
with that. We don't banter with
Bison-
Jollof calmly. So I won't agree with that. But let's change the direction of this conversation and talk about building the community itself.
Building a
Do you
community.
think this effort you've mentioned several things that we can take note of, but do you think if we enforce that into a vibrant ecosystem of tech builders, we are going to get there very soon?
Definitely, we will get there. It takes two people to become great, right? You look at all the big firms, it's always two people. All the big firms, there's always the one, even you know that it's a single person. If it's a man, he has a wife who is very supportive and supporting him, and so it's always two people.
Val's Day is coming. Please don't tempt people.
Yeah. We, as I said, there are communities around. Building a community for tech in Ghana is something that is doable, something that can be one of the biggest milestones that we can take as next gen, as the hub that we can take. Because now we are seeing a shift and we are seeing a lot of people moving into tech,
Yes.
right? And kudos to FitCon, the CEF team, Demo Friday, Julian. What these people have done over the years is they've made sure that all the guys who have gone into doing something bad are now doing tech.
Of course.
Somebody is doing AI stuff, somebody is doing web development. And so building a community now makes it more interesting,
Yeah.
because the person feels like, oh, I have two people who are doing something, let me join them. And through this whole community, we can build multi-million-dollar companies out of it. Let's not look at the unicorn status, but we can build products which can solve real problems, which can uplift economic value in the country. Something that we can do it. It's doable.
Of course.
Yeah.
And to our viewers and listeners, you are still listening to Next Gen Connect on Z101.9 FM. And I want to introduce to you Next Gen Connect and what we are building, the community we are building. We are building a tech community that is associated with this show that is going to help young people that have aspirations in tech come together, learn, build community, validate them on this show, and we can grow them. So at the University of Ghana, we are trying to build a community called Around the Tech Fridays, AfriVenture Tech Fridays. And Kwabena, you are part of the people that is trying to do this. Tell us about this and how we want to make it as big as possible.
Yeah, so I got invited by the team, UGBS Hub, to be a part of Tech Friday. And it's something that I was really looking at for it to happen, and I'm happy to see it happen. So what we are doing is Tech Friday. It's every Friday in the month, every Friday in the last month. Every last Friday in the month.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it's English. Just throw it around. Every last Friday of the month.
We are hosting techies. We are bringing all the tech bros, all the tech sis. We are bringing them together in the UGBS Hub, the new space we have now. So we have a big space now for all the stuff. And so we are inviting everybody to come. We are talking tech. We are doing tech. And then we are implementing tech. That's what we are going to be doing. And I'm super happy about this because I think it's about time we do this for the tech community.
And even in a student community like the University of Ghana, where there's engineering, there's computer science, there's a community of budding talents that we can tap into to build the next generation of products, tech products. And then Next Gen Connect is championing this. And so if you want to help this cause, you can reach out to us and let's build this community and let's make it big. Kabina, we are not done with our talk. So let's talk about AfriVivo and the work that you've done. I know that technology is at the forefront of what you're building, marketing, entrepreneurship, you and your team and what you're doing. What does leadership look like for you? I mean, I want this to transcend to our listeners and how a young person, probably who is still a student in the university, builds a business. How do you handle leadership as a community builder?
Leadership for me is learning, unlearning, and understanding the people you work with, right? And so in AfroVivo, what we do, because we meet a lot of people along the line of work, and sometimes you are tempted to do something which is not really in line, but the team around tells you, no, let's do this, and then we do it this way. And I think every young person leading a business, you need to understand that your ego can't really, your ego plays a role, but your ego doesn't come in when you are leading. You know, you need to be free, you need to be fair, and you need to be firm.
Yeah.
So when you are leading people as a young person, I've worked with people who have graduated school and then they felt, oh, you are young.
You're young.
And then they want to bully me.
I've had that also. So
and the next thing I just send you an email and be like, Charlie, it's not working. You know what? Let's just go our separate ways. But I think leadership is you understanding the environment you are working with, the people, and allowing them to also share their views and being agile. You know, you need to adapt to the systems that works and unlearn the ones that doesn't work. Yeah, so that's what's been so far for us.
Amazing. Kwabena, we are coming to the end of our interview, so I'm so sad about this. I really wish we could have this conversation.
Before we go, let me give shout outs to my people.
No. I mean, we'll get to that. We have our last set of questions, and then we'll wrap up the interviews. So, as a young person, right, that wants to collaborate effectively, and with all the challenges that what have you learned as a young person? What can you tell people that are willing to or want to start their businesses now? What should they do? What should they go through? I
think with AfroVivo's growth, it's been more of collaborations and partnerships. I don't know. Can I throw light on what we've done? Please do. Over the years, what we've done is we've collaborated with one specific company, and that company is ThinkUp. Yeah. And what we've done is we've built a whole boot camp with a Stanbic Bank.
Okay.
It was true collaboration. So if you're a young person and you are looking at starting something, you should be looking at, don't be looking at, oh, everything should be me. You should also be looking at, what can I bring? What can another person bring to build a whole ecosystem together, right? Two heads are better than one. No, two sensible heads are better than one. Let me put it that way. Let me put it that way. So once there's collaboration, you can go very far. So I think collaboration should be like the key thing. You should also be open to learning a lot of things. I've learned a lot of things over the past 4 years, and it's been awesome. So collaboration and learning, always learn. And I think mentorship also plays a role.
Mentorship, like what we provide at the UGBS Innovation and Incubation Hub and at AfriVenture Lab. In the stead of shout-outs, let's give a big shout-out to our professor, Prof. George Champon, who is the leader of the hub, and he is the one that is making the show possible. Yeah. Prof, wherever you are, we greet you, and then we are sending you shout-outs. Your last words, Kwabena, and then we can wrap up the interview and then continue the rest of the show.
Yeah, my last words before the shoutouts, I was just saying, every project, every company that you want to build as a young person in Ghana, be big on the vision and be bold on the execution. The execution really matters very much. The execution is like the core thing. And so, big on vision, bold on execution. Shoutouts to the team at AfroVivo, the team at CEF, and ThinkUp. Prince is in Germany at the moment. Jessica, Pearl, Kwame Chumesi, Hippolyte, all the team. Omar is my biggest partner. Omar, shout outs to Omar and my family. and all our friends in the UGBS hub.
We also say a very big thank you
Thank
to
you
you for
for-
coming on the Next Gen Connect show.
Welcome.
And everybody tuning in, it has been a lovely conversation about building the youth tech community and building your own businesses. And we are really happy that you are joining this movement. And then we are happy about the AfriVenture Tech Fridays. And we invite you every last Friday of the month at the University of Ghana Business School Innovation and Incubation Hub. And we are ready to host the next generation of techies, sponsored by the Next Gen Connect show in collaboration. So yeah, we'll take a round of music interludes and we are gonna be right back. Hello guys, welcome back to Z 101.9 FM and to Next Gen Connect. That was a lovely conversation we had with Nana Kwapena Adakwa on building youth their communities, and we're excited about that. We're heading to the last section of our program, and we are going to talk about some impact we are making at the University of Ghana Business School and highlight some products that we have. Not product as in products that are already on the market, but some youth that we are supporting to develop their own products. And we are going to talk about one particular one that is called the VET Multiplex Test Kit. So you know how it's Valentine's season and these our young ladies go out and they have fun But when you end up getting like a disease or something, sometimes you're too shy to go to the hospital, to go and then talk to the doctor about you having some scratches or something at some places. And so some young ladies who are biomedical scientists went to the lab and thought about a simple test kit that as a lady, you can be your own scientist in the house. And then like do your own tests, and then you can generate 5 different sexual transmitted diseases tests on your own, and then you can check. And I thought this is worth highlighting on a show like that, to a show like this, to inspire young people and say like, you can develop products for young people and you can do them ingeniously and get a lot of support for yourself. So today we are highlighting the VET multiplex test kits. Jacqueline, do you know what VET multiplex test kit is?
Well, I'm hearing it from you. I have heard it. I have heard it before, but like the explanation, I think is a great idea that these students have come up with, these ladies have come up with. And as you mentioned, I think some ladies find it difficult. Like the confidence is not there to go to the doctor and say, oh, I've had these symptoms and I think I might have contracted something. Like, I don't think a lot of people have that confidence. So for such a product to be on the market that you can test on your own to see if you've actually contracted a disease or something, I think that's an amazing thing. It also has different benefits. I think you don't have to go wait in the queues in the hospital.
And all the shyness and people looking at you and some doctors passing funny comments and stuff.
I know. I mean, we are humans. Definitely some nurses will be sitting somewhere laughing that, hey, come and see this lady.
So shout out to Sabina and her team at the University of Ghana producing this amazing product. And we are going to shed light on such products on this show with students and young people doing amazing stuff like this. So this is how we wrap up the show today. Thank you to our guest, Nana Kwabena Adakwa. Thank you to our listeners. And in the coming episodes, we are going to have interesting community building programs for you. We are looking to have ecosystem players. We are looking to have startup owners. We are looking to have young people that are making a change in the environment. And so yes, this show is going to be for you young people. Tune in, share the link, and let us connect to a lot of people. Up next on Z is Highway 1019 with Richard Sticks. And stay tuned to Z, and we are out of here. See you next time, same time next week. Bye-bye.
You're tuned in to Z 101.9 FM.